And we have our special guest in the building, man. This brother right here, man. You know what I mean? Mr. Bars himself. You know, that's one of the preachers that drop bars on you. You know what I mean?
Hallelujah.
Reverend Bars.
Hallelujah.
Reverend Bars in the building, man. Ron, keep it up, bro.
Man, blessings, man. Thank y'all for having me on here today. You know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't never been in the room with this much power at one time. You know what I'm saying? Not on no radio station. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
We're going to have a great time today, man. It's a Valentine's Day. I got brothers in the building. 2 questions I want to ask, man. Is Valentine's for the fellas? Do we get any love?
Yeah. Yes, it's for the fellas.
Yeah, I'm just saying because they don't seem like it. It's like you know, we just get lost in the sauce.
Yeah. From a marketing standpoint and from a social standpoint, I think the emphasis is definitely on the women and on the ladies.
Right.
But if the ladies is doing what they need to do, then they should be sharing some of that focus with the fellas because we making it happen as well.
There you go.
That's how I see it.
Oh, look at that. There you go, man.
All I'm saying is, my lady said, "What you want to eat tomorrow?" I said, "I want some steak." She was like, "Well, I'm about to go to the store, do good on the radio."
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Valentine's Day is for me.
It's for you. There you go, man. That's dope. That's dope,
Yeah,
man. That's what I like to hear, man. So let me ask y'all this question. I've been asking a lot of fellas this question, man. What does love look like from a male's point of view? You know what I mean? Because it's like, you know, growing up, we're not really taught about love. I mean, we learn sometimes the hard way. You know what I mean? Like, our thing is always about, you know, listen, man, try to get as many females as you can, have a good time doing it. You know what I mean? So, what does love look like from a male's point of view? Any one of y'all can start.
You want that one? You want to set it off?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. because I feel like the young buck. You know what I'm saying? I believe from a male's point of view, love just looks like taking everything that you've done in life that you believe was love and sharing it only with one person. Like being able to invest everything that you've learned over the years, the love that your mother showing you, the love that you've seen your father or stepfather or you know, your grandparents, the love that you've seen them show to each other, being able to take all those years of knowledge and put it into a relationship that you feel is like not just worth your time, but worth your heart. You know what I mean? Yeah, I really just said what I thought Toby would say.
Well, what you got, bro?
I'm gonna say I think love looks like death and sacrifice.
Wow, come on.
That's what I think it looks like, man. Daily death and daily sacrifice. That's good. Right. That's how that relationship is gonna work, man.
Right.
You know, and so as you alluded to earlier, you know, from a social standpoint, especially when you're talking about outside of the confines of Christ, we're told that men get medals and that women get mileage. Right? So they tell us we get medals. We get medals, and how do we get those medals? By conquest, by how many women we can get, how many we can lock down, and so on and so forth. But as you come into a greater understanding of God's design of it, he was the perfect representation of what love looks like, right? Death and sacrifice. But it was because of that death and that sacrifice that we're able to live. So when you look at love in the context of a relationship, if we're willing to lay our lives down for our ladies and they see us sacrificing on a daily basis, I believe that breathes life into the relationship.
Come on, man. Come on.
That's where I'm at with it.
Hey,
I'll take it.
Pass the collection.
No coins, baby. I want that stuff I want that stuff that fold though. And I got cash out.
On a coming to a bad we love the money that jiggles.
Right.
But we'd rather have the money that folds.
Absolutely. No chicken bones in the plate.
Right.
We are in the building, man. It's experience, man. WXIR 100.9 FM, man. Got my man Ron G in here, man. Got my man Toby from Crow.
Ron G.
We're going to get right into it, man. Listen, man, if y'all ain't heard it, I know y'all have, but if y'all haven't, I'm going to play it right now. It's called Go Time from the man himself. He's in the building. We're going to play that.
That's that joint.
After that, we're going to get into Ron G's music, man.
Yeah, Ron G.
Let's do it. Thursday right here on Inspirational Experience, man. Let's have a ball. Here we go. Hey, man, I am Mr. Bring the Funny himself, man. Rudolph Valentino. We got my co-host in the building, Mr. Toby. What's up, bro?
What up with you?
Hey, man, living the dream. All right, living the dream. And of course, our special guest is in the building, man, Mr. Ron G.
One of the hardest working gospel MCs I know.
Come on, man.
Got a lot going on, man. You getting married this year, man.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Hey, man,
talk about it, man.
God just doing what God does, and I'm just the vessel, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But it's really a tremendous blessing, man. It's one of those things where it always seems like the hardest question to answer when people ask you, what you've accomplished or what you're doing or what you're working on, and I'm always at this moment where it's like I'm constantly trying to be better and be what God wants me to be, and I'm constantly working. So but it's good to take inventory sometimes and recognize what He's done for you and where He brought you from and where you're at now. Like, I didn't even realize I had been in my church as long as I've been there until somebody was like, well, how long did it take you to become the youth pastor? I'm like, it's been about 6 years. Like, what I mean? It's like after 3 years being there, and training and everything, I was elevated to youth minister. And then after 3 more years, pastor just made the announcement. She was like, hey, I want y'all to welcome y'all new youth pastor. I'm like, get out of here. Like, and then she was like, yeah, you just got to finish up these couple of things, and when you come back next Sunday, it's your time. Awesome. And literally, it's one of those things where God uses other people to light that fire in you again. It's not like I stopped working, but it's almost like you keep pushing, and then you never really understand why you're pushing so hard or what you're working towards until God just reveals it to you. It's like, this is what I was working on in you the whole time. And on top of that, I prayed about the whole engagement, and literally from the moment God gave me the go ahead to propose to my future wife, it just sparked something different. It's like He already begun to show me the blessings that were going to come with the I do. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm ready for that manifestation, you know what I'm saying? Find the wife, find the good thing, and obtain His favor.
Listen, bro, ain't nothing like being able to breathe, man. When you find your rib, and you can really breathe.
Oh, man, listen, you talking good. Listen, Pastor Rudolph in the building.
Listen, ain't nothing like it, man.
Yeah, man.
Cause a lot of men don't understand it. You walk around, you struggling, you can't figure it out. Honestly, you walk around with one rib. You're trying to breathe on one rib. You know what I mean? And you find that wife, and it completes you. You get out the rib. You know what I mean? It makes life so much easier.
Yeah, it makes everything better, man. And then it's a blessing, like, and not just to soup him up because he's sitting here with me, but it's a blessing to see examples of what real love, real ministry in ministry as far as your relationship and your marriage. And people like Toby and people like Dre, people like Quavis, people like just people like you know what I'm saying? I mean, you had on that Eagle stuff, and your lady, my
right there with
you. She was right there with you.
What was she thinking about?
I mean, she just the support was real, and I posted that junk. I'm like, yeah, you check this out. And then when my Packers lost, I mean, she was right there with me. Like, you want some popcorn? Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'll take some popcorn.
That's love.
But it's different, man, and it's beautiful to have godly examples of just the greatness of what it is to be married.
Let me ask you a question, though, bro.
What's
Shout out to Josh, too, over here.
My boy Josh in the building with me.
But what's some of the practical things that you think went into preparing you for your role as a youth pastor?
I think one of the biggest was just being able to have conversations with the youth. You know what I mean? Being that person that they can come to and actually talk to. And at the moment, it was like, it was one of those subtle practices that I didn't even realize I was practicing.
Okay.
Like with them coming to me and sharing different things and, keeping that dialogue between them, checking on them after, because a lot of people, they'll share stuff with you. And then, they think that once they share with you, they've talked about it, they move on with life, and you're not going to bring it up again. You're not going to check on them. You're not going to wonder. Yeah, and then when I, hey, how's that thing going? As soon as I say, well, how's that thing going, they know exactly what I'm talking about. And they like, oh, I'm working on it. It's like, all right, cool, yo, you need some prayer, you need to talk, just holler at me. And I think that was something that was prepping me the entire time, and now I feel like I have that with the youth department and even some of the young adults in our church. Not just me. I mean, my pastor's beautiful with it. You know what I mean? Where we're open to you coming to us to talk to us, and it's not like a huge distance where you got to set up an appointment to have a conversation. Like if you need to talk, we're here. You know what I mean? And I believe that was the biggest thing that prepared me.
Gotcha. Now, what about that awesome announcement you just made, the wedding coming up?
Yeah.
You and your wife doing premarital counseling?
Oh yeah. We're getting started actually with my pastor, and I feel like you was about to offer something.
My wife and I, we licensed in a couple things, so we can see what we talk about.
Man, listen. As soon as the next song come on, we're gonna have a conversation.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm trying to figure out how we can put our name together and drop us an album. You know what I'm saying? She sang a little bit too.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's dope, man. Yeah, man. Yo, premarital counseling, man. Yeah, you find out a lot of stuff. You get down to the. You find. I did my first one 2 weeks ago. It was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right, we doing this, baby.
Yeah.
I haven't actually. We haven't actually gone through it, but I've definitely been in the midst of people going through it.
Yeah.
And you start to discover some of the things in advance that. Not necessarily will be trouble, but it's like, okay, how am I going to deal with this?
Red flags.
Yeah,
and then you find the red flags.
You find the red flags, and then you know whether or not you got a raped white one. You know,
right?
What I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
I believe that we're going to go through it with flying colors. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Hopefully not just red, but yeah,
multiple colors.
Right.
Yeah. That's dope though. Yeah. Was the one of the great things that happened in my counseling session with my queen. Shout out to Queen Blue, love you, baby. Was I found out that my pastor and his wife go through some of the same things we go.
Come on.
Wow.
And when you see that from a different, you know what I mean? Even for her, it was like, oh, we okay, it ain't just us.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it makes it, you know what I mean, something like, okay, we can get through this. Because a lot of times, when you're going through that stuff sometimes just by yourself and you don't know about others, you think, you know what I mean, like you said, a sign, something's wrong, we can't make it ain't supposed to happen.
Right.
And then when you hear, other, even when I talked to you,
Indeed.
We had conversations about relationships and stuff that we've been through. It's like, okay, you know what? You know what I mean? Thank God for y'all testimony, because y'all God always says, what you going through ain't for you.
Right.
It's always for somebody else. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It's preparing you so you can be a testimony for somebody else.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So when you hear that, it's like, it's a sense of relief. Like, okay, you know what? We can get through this. I see that they went through some of the similar things, and I look at them now.
And that's the blessing of having examples. You know what I mean? And having somebody who's going through it that say, hey, you see where we at right now?
Right.
So you can't, you don't have to stay stuck in that same thing. If you can see that somebody's already survived it. And they survived it so that they can show you the proof. You know what I mean?
And I think one of the misconceptions is that people think once I've done the premarital counseling that we don't need any more counseling.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? And there was this show many years ago, I think it was the Real Preachers of LA or something like that, right? People can feel however they want to feel about the show. But there was this one bishop on that show, man, and he was solid, right? And one of the things that stood out to me, because I didn't watch the show like that, but I caught a couple of episodes. I wanted to see what was good with it.
Right.
But one of the things that stood out to me was he was married the longest on the show. His ministry was solid, and he said he and his wife still go to counseling.
Wow.
He's like, why would we stop? He was like, we don't go to counseling because something is wrong.
Right.
We go to counseling to prevent something from being wrong, right? Absolutely. That's something that, my wife and I, what up, babe? Chris, the lovely Chris Butler, that's something that we take to heart. So even though, we're certified as marriage counselors or whatever have you, even the counselors need counseling.
There you go.
Period. So you can't ever get to the point where you feel like you've arrived, because the reality is that she's not the same woman that I married almost 14 years ago.
Right.
I'm not the same man. We've both grown. We're both developing. We're ever developing and ever growing. So we got to stay in step and stay in touch with each other to find out, this seems a little different. This is the same. You know what I mean? And so it's important to stay connected, man, and understand that counseling, it's not a curse word, church folk. It's a great thing.
Growing on each level.
Absolutely. Spirit, soul, and body, So
We in the building, Inspirational Experience. Got my man Toby out here.
Yeah.
Co-hosting in the building. We got Ryan G. I'm about to get into Ryan G's track. Man.
Okay.
I'm about to get into Ryan G's track.
Don't get me hyped now.
We about to cypher, man. We get ready to go down in the building, man.
Man.
So we gonna have some fun.
You gotta zip the jacket a little bit.
Get loose.
God morning, everyone that's tuned in. Derek Webster, what's up, man? Next fight is, bro. God morning, each and every one of y'all, man, that's rocking out, man. We getting ready to have some fun with this one, man. So I'm gonna start the beat, and y'all, I got Ron G in here. I got Toby in here, man. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I might even spit something.
Okay.
You know what? Listen, I was ready until I seen Toby. Like,
Josh looked like he got a few bars in him.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna have some fun around this joint, man.
Yeah.
So let me see what beat. Here we go, man.
Whoa.
Oh. You're locked in right now. Inspirational Experience, new segment. You know what I mean?
The corner.
Taking the church.
Oh.
I got Brian G in the building.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got Toby in the building. Mr. Bring the Funny in the building.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can bring some bars, man. See what I can do, man. Y'all know I'm from Philly, right?
Oh, okay, Philly, stand up.
Oh, man, you got to do it now. You from Philly.
Let's see what I can see.
The Holy Rock in the building.
The same man God that's in you is the same God that's in me. And when I walk around town, what's the God that you see? Do you see a man that's constantly down on his knees? Or do you see a thug out here trying to run the streets? Do you see a man that takes care of his queen? Or a man that's on the corner taking care of these fiends? Do you see a man that write raps and he can act? Or do you see a man that will stab his friends in the back? Do you see a man that will provide for his kids? Or want to brag and boast about the things that he did? Ain't the church that's in you, it's the church that's in me. So you don't see your D-O-G, you see the G-O-D. I said I'm done.
Oh, who gonna follow that, man? Who gonna follow you?
I think you got it right.
I gotta follow that, man.
Hey, y'all professionals at this, man. I tell jokes.
All right, check. Rock City Vigilante. I'm sober, I never drank, I never transfer my savings deposits I made in faith. I see them checking me now, thinking I'm a withdrawal. You can take this to the bank, see Jesus has paid it all. People that meant a lot to me that's no longer proud of me, but I ain't losing sleep over anybody who's doubted me. Faith so large, got no idea where I'm about to be. I'm on a winning team, thanks to the Father who scouted me. Stick to the shift so they know that I drive different. If you stick to the script, they gon' say that you act different. They see me build at first they tried to tell you I'm tripping, story by God so they'll know on my arc different. See, I ain't got no problem finding reasons to pray. I got a problem with the reasons I've been finding to pray. Too many people getting killed each and every day. I'm praising God, but it's a shame it had to be this way. Now I'm in the zone with my writing like Jason Momoa just gave me the trident, the fisherman, and I'm at it again. I'm using my gifts and I'm willing to man. Fight for my city like Oliver Queen, and I'm about to get married cause I love a queen. Doing some things that have never been seen. I'm in check with my mate, I was sent by a king.
Okay.
Now, who vision clearer than this? I can see clearer than mist. Life is a bow and I am the arrow and God is the archer and he never miss. You want to get it? Devil is sick. You know how I do it? I'm leaving him sick. He deep on Craig and I got a brick.
Let me take a second or a minute or a little bit of time to remind you. There's nowhere to go where my God will not find you. You think you leading the way, look up, he's right behind you. You think you fell behind, look up, he's there to guide you. The blood, yup, but I ain't talking Pyru. They thought they crippled his plot, beating him black and blue. But that was part of the plan for God to redeem the heart of a man. He put on a suit of a human, assuming the part of a man. Fully God, fully man at the same time. He was God and a man at the same time. It's not fiction or a contradiction. Emmanuel and the Father had the same mind. Siamese twinning to stop me from sinning. When I think about the Trinity, nothing in this world can stop me from sinning or stop me from grinning. We got keys, no renting, we owning. It's owning. We children of the morning. No moaning or groaning. We chilling with the chief cornerstone. And I got a nice crib here, but can't wait to get to my real home and worship at the throne and zone out, zone in, worship.
Come on. Come on.
Take it back a little bit.
Come on.
Y'all have it right there, man. Listen,
Take him to church.
That's crazy.
Church right there, man.
That's crazy. I wrote all Toby bars.
He getting all my publishing. He pulling the ditty on me. But I'm gonna be the locks. I'm gonna shoot a refrigerator out.
Crazy with it.
Yo, that was fire, man. That was fire.